All right, you guys ready to roll? Where are you from?
Canton, Texas.
Texas. Where are you from?
Same.
Same.
Kyle, Texas.
Kyle, Texas. Where are you from?
Florida.
Florida. What part?
Orlando.
Okay. You guys are good. Okay. Angie.
Tyler, Texas.
Tyler, Texas. Angie.
Palm Beach, Florida.
Okay, how's it going?
Awesome.
Okay, good. You guys got a lot of potential opportunity right now.
San Antonio.
Okay, good deal.
Orlando, Florida.
All right, fantastic.
Orlando, Florida.
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 Okay, good stuff. And same? In the back. Delaware. We were just there. Very cool. In the back? Orlando. Atlanta. Atlanta. Okay. Arkansas. Same? And you? Okay. And you? Georgia? Same? All right, fantastic. I am Jennifer Bagley, CEO of CI Web Group. And I have some of my team in the back as well. I have Mr. Hicklin in the very back, my husband and Chief Operating Officer. And Mike and I spend about 9 months a year traveling across the United States doing just this. I think we've been in 28 states in the last 30 days. So I asked where you're at because it's a little different for everybody depending on location. Okay. I have Jamal Hicklin in the back, Senior Project Manager. Oversees our web team, designers, developers, content transfer team, and so forth. I have Kathy Marshall, she's head of our customer service and training division, and Scott Smith, right there, video production and marketing. All right, you guys. So, how many of you are here because you want to grow? How many of you have no interest in growing your business? It happens. How many of you have kids you need to hand the business over to? Okay. How many of you want to sell and sail off into the sunset? Yeah. All right, good stuff. You guys, what do you consider yourself? What are you really? Business people? There you go. We're cheating today. You guys are effectively an entrepreneur. Okay, at some point you sat down with a spouse and you had a brilliant idea to start your own business. You can do it better. Dumped time, money, energy, and so forth into this. Credit cards, debt, everything else an entrepreneur does. You did it for a reason. Yes, because you want more what? What does every entrepreneur want when they decide to start their own business?
Money and freedom.
Money and freedom and
Time.
time. Would you all agree? Do you feel like you have it? Okay. So at some point, every entrepreneur goes through this process. They start off with this initial vision. Sounds good. Sounds like they've got a good pitch to their spouse. Then boom, they start. Business takes over them, their life, their time, and they work in the business so much they're unable to see or even plan how to get the very thing they wanted from day one. I'm an entrepreneur too. Been there, done that. I get it. What if I told you I want you to create a goal if you are in Florida or a warm temperature area, you can take a month off in the middle of summer. If you're in Saskatchewan, somewhere where it's cold, you can take a month off in the winter and not worry about it. Is that a good goal?
That's great. Yes.
Does it give you anxiety? That's, to be honest, it's fair. That's real, right? The challenge is without that goal, we make decisions in our business all day, every day, or don't make decisions that are necessary to get to the very thing we wanted from day one. More time, money, and freedom. I want you guys to be successful entrepreneurs who are free. This dealer meeting is not a vacation if there are any wives that were convinced that they were here on a vacation. Just saying. It's a dealer meeting. Vacations are important. So, I tell you that because In order to make this happen, we have to maximize results. Which means as a business owner, we have to be an investor in our business. We have to do the right things in the right order at the right time. If anything is done out of order or out of sequence, you will not get the results that you want. It will not happen. So we're going to make some sense of this sequence today. You're going to come out and things are going to be more logical. It's going to be simple. All right? So we have a program. It's called the 12-Step Roadmap to Achieve Accelerated Results. It's been implemented, tried, and the only thing that modifies the result of this program is personality. Okay? That is it. Yes, you can take pictures, you can video. I like phones. They don't bother me. This is not the class where I have to put your phones away. All right, but here's the thing. If these things are out of sequence, it's not going to work. Okay? As a consumer, forget about this for a second. How many of you are dads? Wives? I hardly have any. I get it. Get it. All right. Homeowners. Okay? As those things, what do you guys do when you need something? You need something at home. What do? Pick up the phone and do what?
Search the web.
Google it. Raise your hand if your first option when you need something is you Google it. Raise your hand, keep them up, and look around because this is your information. Perfect. When you Google it, how many of you click on the ads at the very top of Google? Raise your hand and look around. Or just look around. Oh, come on, dealers. You want to invest in pay-per-click? But not one person in any audience says they click on the ads. Now, I know they're there. I know there's people who also shop on As Seen on TV by the knives that the handles fall off. I know they exist. But they're not in any audience I speak to. They used to be. But you guys are more educated now as consumers. So when we put our business hat on, we want to do pay-per-click. When we put our consumer hat on, we don't click on ads. Is that an oxymoron?
Sure sounds like it.
Okay. I'm not going to go through and ask you about what do you do when you check your mail, how many of you listen to TV commercials, radio ads, television. Because when we put our business hat on, we want to be an advertiser. When we put our dad hat on, we don't pay attention to all that stuff. Is that a problem? Okay. So, here's the beauty of this. I'm not saying those things don't work. I'm saying there's things as an entrepreneur and an investor in your business that are permanent, that produce compounding results, which means progress, growth. Growth means time and freedom. And there are things that are temporary, meaning if I spend $1 today, if I stop spending, it's gone and I have nothing from it. Television, is it temporary or permanent? Television commercial. Temporary. Flyer.
Temporary.
Robocalls.
Temporary.
Mailers. Door hangers. Website.
Permanent.
Content on a website.
Permanent.
YouTube video.
Permanent.
Why? What happens in year 2? It does what?
Collect some reviews.
Collects more views. I can spend $500 on a YouTube video professionally edited and have it up, and it's permanent, I own it, and it gets more views over time. Or I can spend $20,000 on a TV commercial, drop it somewhere that people don't watch anymore. Very few people, I should say. And when I'm done paying for that campaign, I have what? I don't have squat. I don't have anything. Okay? As an investor in your business, I want you to think about investing in things that have permanent impact on your business, long-term, progressive growth. because I want you on vacation during your peak season. I want you working all the time. So first and foremost is your website. You guys said when you need something, you Google it, right? No one said they click on the ads. How many of you click on the maps? Look around, raise your hands and look around, because you need the data. Okay? How many of you click on the top 10, somewhere on the top 10 on the first page of Google? Raise your hands and look around. Look around. Okay? I got everyone. If the website looks bad, DIY project. Can't tell what they do. Scary. Old. What do you guys do?
Move on.
Move on. Next. If the website looks good, you can tell who they are, what they do, where they do it, how to reach them. What do you go look for next before you pick up the call?
See if they have what I want.
Reviews.
Reviews. How many of you go look at reviews next? Look around. This is before you have an opportunity to pitch. Here's the beauty of marketing. It is often overcomplicated. It is as simple as what a group of soccer moms or a group of dads would do every single day. I Google it. I skip the ads. I might click on a map. I look on the first page of Google. If the website looks bad or scary, I'm out. Why? Because I got options. If it looks good, I go check out their reviews. And if all that checks out, you have an opportunity to sell me. That's marketing as a whole. That's it. It's just that. Here's how this works. Your website is first. How long do you think a website lasts in today's environment? Remember, technology around it is changing. Devices, things it has to display on. How long do you think it lasts?
2 years. 2 years.
2 years tops. Okay, if my engine in my car only lasted 2 years, on year 3, would I go put money into big rims, new tires, cool exhaust? No. If the engine of the website does not work, if it's old and clunk of junk, everything else is not going to work well. When you guys look at a website, it's like me looking at an air conditioner system. Like, okay, square, gray, rectangle-ish, teddy. When you look at I know there's more to it inside and stuff. Don't know what. Heard condensers and stuff and things. Okay. In the back of a website, it's the same. When you guys look at a website, you see the outfit. You see the gray box. That's your view of it. When Google looks at it, it's looking at what the heck's inside the box. What's in it? So when you look at a site and you're like, oh, I like my site, it's good. No. You need a nerd. That's like me looking at my air conditioner. I'm like, no, I like it, it's good. Doesn't blow cold air. It looks good. Okay? Same thing. So, building a website, it requires an army. Not Bob. If one of your nephews just got a web design degree, run. Why? How old are textbooks? If somebody comes right out of school and tries to apply for a web design position with me, I'm out. No thanks. I'd rather have you hacking in your garage since you were 2. Because they know what's current. If somebody in your office says, I can do it, I can build a website, run. It's not one person. Okay? Anybody know a developer or coder? What are they like? Weird.
Yeah.
Right? They can't spell. They sure can't make anything pretty. The garage is a real, like, living space. They work like bats all night long. They work during the day. They sleep during daytime hours. If they say they're having friends over or hanging out with friends, there's not a car in the parking lot. None, because they're all online. Their best friend's name is Toxic05. Right? That's a developer. Coders. What about a designer? Maybe know a designer. What are they like? They're creative. They dress nice. Went to art school. The house is feng shui. Right? They're totally different. Anybody know an engineer? What are they like? Anal. Do they guess?
No.
Why?
They like decimals.
Data. Do they make decisions fast?
No.
No. Why? Because they're doing what?
Data.
Researching. Data. Okay? A security expert, totally different. Someone that manages your servers, your security. Why buy a car and leave it with the keys in it in a parking lot? That's called GoDaddy hosting. Okay? Versus a secure garage with the maintenance plan for an asset that's important. In fact, it's the #1 asset. It's your store online. All right. You guys give me about the websites. Don't hire Bob. Requires a team. And they're totally different. Moms don't give birth to those personalities in one body. They just don't. All right, #2. This is the least budgeted for, most important aspect of your marketing. It's your voice. It's called content. It's not part of a website. It's a different human. They're a writer. And they're different. And there's different kinds of writers. Some who write for humans. Some who write for robots. Google. Okay? When you guys need something, you look where? You do what? Google it. If you want to get to a human, who do you need to please first? Google. So if you read some content that an SEO writer read and you're like, I don't like it, you're a human. Google is a robot. It's deaf and blind. It reads by Braille. It's a mathematical equation. It's not fancy-dancy. If you please Google, you get to reach humans. Because you guys, as humans, when you need something, you Google it, and you look on page 1 of Google for what it is you're searching for. Make sense? Okay. Content. Let's get out of here. Go to Google. Hey, as a consumer, I'm not going to look for HVAC company in something. Who uses the term HVAC?
Us.
You guys do. I am not going to look for cooling repair. Cooling is an action. An air conditioner is what I have in my house.
Air conditioning and repair.
Yes. AC repair, Seattle, Washington. AC installation, air conditioner installation, air conditioner replacement, air conditioner maintenance, air conditioner tune-up, air conditioner inspection. Why would I look for air conditioner inspection? I'm buying my house and an inspector gave me a report that said you need to get an air conditioner inspection in order to clear the condition to close. So that's what I'm going to look for. I got directions too. Make sense? Okay. Google is a giant filing system. You guys seen Bruce Almighty, the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, so God's standing in this giant warehouse. He walks in. He says, anything you've ever said, anything you've ever done, anything you've ever thought is in this drawer. Giant file cabinet. Drawer flies across the entire warehouse. All Google is a file cabinet. That is it. So if I hand you a piece of paper and it says, our services, Google's going to put that piece of paper in the drawer called Our Services. How many pieces of paper are in this drawer?
11 billion.
In order for you to make any money, entrepreneur, you need to be in the top 10 of, no, too much. Make sense? So, these are called junk drawers, which is most pages on most dealers' websites. FAQ. How many is that? How many pages in the drawer?
2.7 trillion.
You need to be in the top what?
Billion.
Ain't gonna happen. 10. All right? Cooling. You're gonna get a dictionary definition. This is not air conditioning. But so many AC and heating companies have cooling pages all over their website. That might be good for branding on a truck. Horrible for the internet. Because Google is it's a robot. It's just logic. Okay? If I want to get found for, let's go furnace maintenance, and I live in Ferndale. How many pages in the drawer?
3.
Okay. I'm going to skip over the what?
Ads.
ads. I'm going to go and I might click on the map. This is our client. Automatically, I'm golden because we got 247 reviews and 4.9 as a consumer. They just checked that off in my head, right? And oh, they happen to be in Ferndale and they do what I need. They're on page 1 of Google. And oh, there's more stars. As a consumer, am I convinced? Am I good to go? Am I going to move forward and move into the website? Okay. That's it. This is marketing. Every page on your website gives you the ability to open up a new cash machine that can help you with growth. Get found for the services you want to sell in the cities you want to sell them. If you are an option for the service you want to sell in the city you're willing to drive to, and you look good when they get there, you're going to win. You are going to win. If those things don't line up, you lose. Let me go back to the 12-step roadmap. If I have a beautifully designed website with horrible code that doesn't meet Google's requirement, you lose. If I have a great website design and development, but my server team doesn't have a secure server, you lose. If I have a great design, great developed website, and I have great content and the server's secure and maintained, if my reviews show 17 reviews and an average score of 2.5, you what?
Lose.
You lose. If my Google business listing, which is step 4, says that my company closes at 5, and I happen to be looking at 5:01 and it says closed, opens tomorrow at 9 a.m., may I ask you this? As mom, dad, husband, wife, homeowner, when do you get to take care of your personal honey to-do list? In the evenings. And when? Do you get to do it Monday through Friday, 9 to 5? But all these HVAC companies have Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and then it's bright red. It says closed. Consumers don't need you to come out at 10, 11, midnight. They need to go to sleep, which means they need to check it off their list. They have time booked with you tomorrow at noon or 10 or 2 to have a conversation. Then I can go to sleep. That's it. Make sense? Okay. If they say they're open 24 hours and this one closes, who wins? If it's 5:01 p.m. If this one's reviews were only 2.8, they may still keep looking. All right? So, website. Content gives you your ability to get ranked for the services you want to sell in the cities you want to sell them. So if I want to sell air conditioner installation, air conditioner replacement, air conditioner service, air conditioner repair, air conditioner tune-up, maintenance, inspections, and so forth, I have one page in the file in the drawer. The more popular that page is, and the better optimized it is, the further in that drawer that page is going to fall. One page can only belong to one service and one location. Okay? One page. Why? Because Google has requirements for how long the link, the title, and the H1 title, with heading 1 title. It has requirements on how long these things can be. So you can't make the title this long and put everything in there. Okay? If I want to get found for air conditioner installation in Bellingham, there are 170,000 pages in this drawer. That's how to do it. They're an option for what they want to sell in the city they want to sell it, and they look good when they get there. They have the reviews to support it. So if you're off getting reviews on HomeAdvisor and Yelp and all these other directory systems, that doesn't help you convert new business. Put you in another directory with a whole bunch of other HVAC dealers. Here, are you an option? When and where and for what consumers are looking for, and do you look good when they get there? That is how you turn it into a cash machine. Okay? These are search phrases that highlight what this dealer wants to sell and what city they want to sell it in. Each one of these search phrases has one or more pages dedicated to it. And if it is on page 1, position 2, or more, you're making money. Does that make sense? Okay. So, if I go look at your site, I'm going to use this little tool. All you do is type in the word site. And I'm going to type in the website address with no W's, no spaces. What this is doing is Google is telling us what it sees. So Google sees for this website 603 pages. Pretend like these are products in a store and you sell shoes. No product, no sell. I had a dealer call me and they're like, I'm not on page number one of Google for ductless air conditioning systems and something. Do you have a page of content on your website for ductless air conditioning systems in blank? You can't get found for something that doesn't exist. Okay? So, Google sees 603 pages in this drawer. I will tell you, this number, tied with other indices, this number, I can guess and get real close to the annual sales of any company based on that number. I know if somebody has 20 pages on their site or 10 pages on their site, they're doing less than $1 million in gross sales. I know if we hit 600, 700 to 1,000 pages, we're probably sitting in the 5 to 10 million bucket. Because they're products. We know where everybody's looking. We know how they make their decisions. Now it's just, are you an option for what they're looking for in the city they live? That's it. So, there are other things that matter. This is called schematic markup. It's not going to come in every website. If you're over trying to get websites on or reviews on HomeAdvisor, that doesn't help you with this. This is acquiring reviews directly on your website, which is the second most important place to get reviews. First most important, I want reviews on your Google business listing, on your Maps account. Second most important, I want reviews on your website. Because when someone is looking for something, so we're going to look up HVAC careers in Bellingham, Washington. When they're looking for something, that stands off the page. They're more likely to get the conversion thanks to Amazon, who's retrained all our brains for the little stars. So are you an option, meaning do you have a page in the drawer for what you want to sell in the city you want to sell it? And do you look good when they get there? Do other people like you? Hey, that is step 1, website, built properly. Step 2, content. So you'll notice on this report, once we own and occupy like Central Heating, Ferndale, Washington, and we're on page 1 of Google, we can add more content to not just take up page 1, position 1, but page 1, position 1, 2, 3, and keep going. So they have a higher probability of winning the business than anyone else, at least getting the lead. All right? Okay. Now, Step 2 is content. More content you have, the better. It's never ends. Whatever people are looking for, you want to have that as an option. It needs to be popular enough that you're the one that gets found. If I'm a TSM and I run an area, I want my dealers to be on page 1 of Google for every search that could happen in that city. Local listings, or excuse me, CRM system. You don't have to be open 24 hours a day, but your website does. When somebody goes to your site, they need the ability to schedule an appointment with you. They need the ability to quickly identify what services you have. I'm going to pull one of these up here. And they need to be able to book a time to meet with you. You'll notice all of our clients have this system on their site. Some of them are using the scheduling system. Some of them intentionally turn it off because they're booked out for 3 months and can't take any more employees, and we're working more on recruiting new, or they can't take on any more clients, so we're working on recruiting new employees. So it's a juggling game between operations and sales. All right, local listings. The number 1 local directory is Google Maps, Google Business Listing. Most important directory there is. How many of you know that you have a Google Business Listing account and you own it? And the way you'd be able to see that is if you looked for your company, you're going to see this pop up because I'm an admin on this account. So I have my business listing and the ability to edit and add content and change it and update it and so forth. Do you know if you have that? Okay. Google is one of 70 local directories. One of 70. It's the most important one, but all 70 matter. When I am talking to my phone, Siri, Alexa, Google Home, Bixby, whoever, if I'm talking to a device and I say, hey Siri, what's the best air conditioning repair company in blank? Exactly. Okay? Hey Alexa, hey Google, and so forth. That is not going to pull a normal search. It only pulls from local listings. So the more that people start talking to devices, local directories are equally as important as your website. This is an example. We have 130 dealers in this query set up on 8,400 local directories. In order to make those directories popular, same thing applies as a website or a social media site, you have to keep adding content. You don't add content, it's stale, it's old, it's outdated. It's like not driving a car. It's just sitting there. So we've added 168,000 pieces of content for those 130 dealers. What happens is the more popular, the more frequently updated a local directory, a social media site, a website is, the stronger the reviews are, the more traffic. Every dealer that comes to us is sitting dead in the water when it comes to local listings. We've never had one dealer, even some with $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 monthly budgets. Not one has had their local business listings marketed, meaning content fully published so frequently that they start gaining in traffic. Phone calls per hour, phone calls, clicks to their websites, requests for directions, and overall views. You'll notice all these start at 0. This is business that's there ready for you to take, just with local directories. If you go set them up individually, you'll probably pay $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 after you set them up all individually, monthly. If you go through a company like ours or a company that does them in bulk, they can set them all up for you for a couple $100 a month, publish content, manage them all from one location. Keep publishing. You can grow your business easily just with local directories in addition to your website. Does that make sense? Okay, 10 minutes. So, local directories, simple and easy. This, if you don't manage this, here's the challenge. This number right here, these are suppressants. Have you guys ever seen a listing that says, is this your business? Claim this listing. If you don't own your own, anyone can. So because you don't participate doesn't mean you don't exist.
So you can go claim my competition's,
Absolutely can. You can use their company name, their address, and your phone number, and you can answer their calls all day long. And there's a lot of marketing companies that use that. Okay?
I know we are.
That's what so that's good, and I'd love to help check that out and see if there's content and ownership. That is awesome. So this is critical. This is one of the things we'll check out for you. If you guys fill those, don't forget to fill those sheets out. We'll do a full local directory report for you. We'll go check out all your listings, see which ones you own, if the information is accurate across the board, as well as a bunch of other things. Now, reviews. We've talked about reviews. Number one most important is your Google business. Number two is on your website using something called schema coding. And number three is on all your local directories. Social media, critical. Here's the reality. If you effectively manage step 1 through 6, congratulations, you're well on your way to SEO. If you try and go from building a website to search engine optimization, it's not going to happen. SEO depends on how popular you are from your reviews, how accurate your local directories are, how active and engaged is your social media networks. If any one of these pieces are not managed well, this won't work. It won't work well. Anything you do to try and fake it, you'll lose because Google will find it, update the requirements, and it'll drop your rankings. You got to be legit. Now, as a business owner, it is essential that every single year, if not twice a year, you sit down with the strategy team and that understands all of this and figure out what's working so you can do more of it. What's not working, you can reallocate it to something that is. And the most important question for every single dealer in here is, what's next? Because if you want to seriously have the freedom as an entrepreneur to travel and enjoy life and not have to work 24 hours in this business, you've got to have progress. And progress is going to come from implementing the right things in the right order at the right time. Things that are permanent, that provide compounding results on your business over time. Is this helpful? Yes? Okay. I am far from through the whole thing. You guys, if you fill these papers out, here's what we'll do. Number one, you'll get a copy of all of the videos from today. So each session I'm covering as much as I can during an hour. 2, you'll get a copy of the 12-step roadmap. 3, we'll do a complete digital evaluation. And 4, we will set up a time to have a strategy session. Whether you do business with us or someone else, it does not matter. You need to have the evaluation on a regular basis. It's important. Make sense? Fantastic. I hope this is helpful. You guys, any questions so far? Does anyone, how many minutes do I have? 1, 2? 2. You want to have a website you want me to glance at very fast?
Yeah.
What is it?
Captain Air.
Captain Air?
CAPTAIN. Eating
Okay. What's your website address, the actual address? Is it heating and cooling?
I think it's email, I guess.
Oh.
Not sure.
So, first things first, the number one thing every one of you have to optimize for is your brand name, your company name. If they see it on a truck, if they see it on a shirt, if they get a referral, whatever they see when they Google your company name, that's important, okay? That is gonna, what city are you in?
Canton. Texas.
Huh? So here, first things first, if you Google your own company name, you don't want to have HomeAdvisor or Yelp or Better Business Bureau come up first because it's another search engine directory of a whole bunch of competitors. So you want your company, this website, to come up, and not just come up, you want it to own the whole space. So you'll notice here, when I look for Barron's Heating in that location, you'll see that they come up under ads. Now they're so popular that their competitors take out ads on their name, on their brand name. But you see how much space this takes up? That's because the website is developed with this schematic coding. Makes it occupy more space. Okay. Next, we need massive work here. Okay, we have an app that allows you to go out on a job, ask how things are going, and at the end, you're going to ask, are you happy with everything that we've done? Yes. Would you mind if I sent you a quick text message? Would you leave us a love note? Lady in my office is nuts. I can't come home without one. Send them a text message while you're in there. They just click stars, write a little love note. Two things happen. One, those reviews can be routed where you need them. So when we see a review come in, we say, you got to get them on your Google business listing. You need them there. And we'd route them here. Two is, we may say, we want to route them to your website by city. So if you want to do business in more than one city, you can use the reviews you acquire if they're placed on a page by location to help get you found in new cities. So you can start getting more business in other cities. So that's a quick help. Huh? You want to see yours? Okay. Second thing real quick on here, I would take it off. Take off, just leave it, but make sure they can schedule time with you. Okay? Kathy can show you the system as well. All right. Let me glance real quick. So your site is secure. I love that. It's set up right on the server. That is good. And it is really old. I can tell because it's skinny. So a current website is going to be a full width website. And you just got me fired. Because the music is playing and I was looking at work. So no audio right out of the gate. All right. Be careful with black websites as well. They're known for certain industries. Mine is black as well. Okay. So the word repairs, junk drawer. Replacements, junk drawer. If you go Google them, repairs can be anything. Your hair dryer, your car, your house, anything. So when it comes to content, then we get in the word cooling problems. It's an air conditioner. Heating instead of heater or furnace. Where are you located again? Okay, right. You just told me that. So I need to know who you are, what you do, where you do it, and how to reach you without moving on a website right out of the gate. So if I go here, I need to know who you are, what you do, where you do it, how to reach you, 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 and so forth. Conversions. All right, what's your website?
RNAindustries.com.
So I'm always going to look at the company brand first. R and A.
Spell it out.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. So you don't know this one? Is this one yours too, or you don't know this one?
Top one.
Only this one? Okay, so right out of the...
We own several, but it doesn't...
Okay.
Not this one.
Not that one? All right, so right out of the gate, I can tell it's not set up on the server, right? Because there's no www. It's not secure site. So when I go into it, I also don't have any kind of maps showing up. When I go into it, it's going to say not secure right up in the top. That's your hosting and maintenance and server and security team. That hurts SEO and everything else. That's good. GoDaddy is, that's where you buy your domain name from. But everything else is a no-go. Okay, air conditioning, great. However, the page is just air conditioning. So notice there's no geotag in your titles, your heading. This is the things that matter. This is like the green hang folder. This is like the manila envelope right here. And this is like the top of the page title. So if I look for the word air conditioning, in order for you to make any money, you need to be in the top 10 of that number. That's a big number. However, if I said air conditioning, installation, and for you, that's a smaller number. Okay? Still a big number, but doable. If I change it to AC, still big. So I'm going to go replacement. 1.9 smaller. What's next to Canton that's a small town?
Maybank.
Money Bank?
Maybank.
Oh. That? Okay. Boom. 100% of everything you can have in 30 days of correct optimization for that, or you can have 100% of nothing if the competition is too much. If you need to be in the top 10, remember how you search, where you look as consumers. If you need to be in the top 10, going after something that you can get ranked fast. So it takes us about 30 days per 100,000 pages to move up to page 1. So in 30 days, you could own and occupy page 1 of Google for this, start bringing in some cash, and then go after another city. Then go after another city. Make sense? So if you go after low competition, low population areas, start cash flowing on that first, then start adding bigger cities, more heavily populated ones. Okay? Okay? All right. So your site,
It's old.
it's old. Same thing. So heating is a function. So heating is fine as a top level, but you'd want to go into heater, repair, replacement, installation, and so forth. So I hope you guys, I know I'm out of time. I hope this is helpful. I highly recommend fill these out and make sure we can read your handwriting. Make sure your website address is on there. Put it in the middle. And let our team go do an evaluation for you. Those evals, you need to have them done all the time. There is no perfect website. There's no perfect marketing. There's always something new to do because technology is evolving, consumer habits are evolving, everything is always changing. So whether we do it or someone else, nothing is ever perfect. The idea is that you're always progressing. You're always moving forward. You don't start something, it starts working, then replace it with something entirely different. You want to keep adding on to it. The more you add on to things that are working, the more you'll grow. The more you grow, the more freedom you'll have. Make sense? Is this helpful? I know it's a lot in a short amount of time. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you. So we'll do a digital evaluation and strategy session with you guys. It's good information and it's free. Take it. Knowledge is power. But we speak a lot. We have like 200 of you that have filled out forms in the last week. So if you want to get on the calendar quick, Kathy can help you do that and kind of move in front of the line. Or you can write 911 on your piece of paper if you need help faster. Otherwise, we're working through that.
Do y'all do everything, or you just specialize in the meeting?
We do everything. So we have 100 full-time employees, over 100. We're the preferred digital marketing company for Franklin PLP and so forth. And everything in there we have specialists at. They're also very, very good at saying no to certain things. So if you call in and you're like, I want to go straight to pay-per-click, or I want to go straight to SEO, and we think there's things you need to have in front of that, we're going to say, not yet. You got to get these things done first. Because in our world, we're not just we're not just reporting to you. We report back to our manufacturers and to our distributors and to our TSMs. So everything's got to be on point. All right? Okay. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.